Oh my God, we are back. And of course, Ivar probably had to go get food or something. Always during the intro. Always during the intro. Before we get to our new player, let's do a quick recap, and then we'll jump right into it. In the previous session of the Bells Toll, downtime and dark gifts. The session began with a 5-day voyage to the Shaker Islands. During the travel, Slick completed 2 major projects: an anti-wild magic sundial for himself and an elemental blunderbuss capable of casting tidal wave and wind wall. Bungo tended to his garden, growing a sentient mushroom with arms, legs, and carnival music playing in its mind. I thought that was hysterical when he tried to talk to it. Meanwhile, Mordain communed with his new chaos patron, Gil. The entity responded by erupting a pillar of inky water onto the deck, delivering a fresh corpse and a spellbook filled with necromancy magic. The crew decided to build a flesh golem using Mordain's collected body parts, the fresh corpse, and courtesy of Skrilo, they harvested a brain of the artificer, Qualish. The ritual was successful, but a bit violent. The golem, imbued with feral hunger, immediately grabbed Bungo, crushing him and biting into his chest. The party barely managed to subdue the creature with a sanctuary spell and healing potions. Later, as the ship anchored in the bay of the Eastern Rest, Mordain secretly commanded his golem to swim to a nearby sloop. He watched through its eyes as it slaughtered the crew to satisfy its need to feed, ensuring his control over the monster for another day. The party, however, took a tender to the ramshackle port town, and inside a tavern, Zephora realized the patrons were Crimson Reavers, the crew of Captain Ryden Morgan. After bribing a sailor, she learned the captain was on the 3rd floor. Zephora, Slick, and Bungo headed upstairs, where they encountered the ogre guard named Gorn. Zephora incapacitated him with a hallucinogenic blow dart and a suggestion spell, convincing him to wander downstairs and have some fun. The session ended with Zephora turning the handle to enter in to the captain's room. However, we are going to back up a bit. Cinder, you have been on a vessel, a rather interesting sloop. You recently had a conversation with an individual that goes by the name of Captain Sable. You currently hold a handful of maps and other information that you got from Captain Sable in regards to an item that he feels that Captain Reardon might have. An item that you've been looking for some time. One of the interesting things with the onset of the Age of Restoration has been the fact that divinity has been in steady decline, but arcane has been accelerating at great speed. There have been groups and organizations seeking to establish old reliquaries, as well as organizations looking to reestablish the idea of hunting old relics of divergence in hopes of studying them and determining if maybe they can help during this period known as the Age of Restoration. This one particular relic that you're looking for is a Wand of Many Thoughts. It is believed to be an item that was in possession of Ludinus Deleth and was lost after the great equinox had taken place, the solstice. No one knows where it is, but you've gotten word that Captain Morgan is someone that seems to collect antiquity, only does it through more nefarious means, by either raiding towns, raiding local populations that are in the business of finding such items. This Wand of Many Thoughts, you've been able to gather some information, and your mind takes you back to the conversation that you had with Captain Sable. Without giving him much detail, he did guide you towards this particular location, this grouping of islands called the Shaker Islands. convinced that Captain Morgan from time to time will take a bit of a downtime here at the Eastern Rest. There is a local tavern, some other smallish buildings, but it's more of a rest and refit area. There's not much of a population here. This is a place that pirates use to lay low for a little while, or to make plans, or to plot their next course of action. The sloop you've been on has been at sea for 6 days now, and it's been steadily making its way towards the Shaker Islands. However, in the middle of the night, in the midst of your long rest, you heard a commotion up on the main deck. As this sloop was slowly being taken apart by some monstrosity from the water, its huge arms and hands and body not only kind of like overwhelming the crew and destroying it all around you, it afforded you an opportunity to slip away into the water as you begin to tread water towards the edge of the beach that you can see. As you come out of the waterline and up onto the beach, you can see off in the distance this creature crawl out of the water and up on top of a very interesting looking ship. Plastered on the front of the ship, it says the Red Tide. The one thing that's very interesting is the fact that the sails are blood red. Well, you haven't heard of this particular ship. You do watch as the flesh golem that just destroyed the sloop that you were on has crawled onto the main deck of the Red Tide, and from this distance you can see an individual interacting with the creature. Mordane, describe what you look like. This is what Cinder would see when she's looking at the deck of the Red Tide.
Mordane is looks a bit elven, tall in nature, kind of, doesn't, except for the expressions really that are on his face, you would assume normal elf, but when you kind of get a chance to look him in the eye, there's nothing sane behind those eyes.
You then watch as Mordane guides the creature below decks. And then hidden behind some rocks, you patiently watch as the ship drops anchor. There's some activity on the main deck, but what was very interesting is that you could have sworn you saw a series of ghosts or apparitions moving about on the main deck of the ship. Then you watch as a tender is being lowered into the water, and 3 individuals begin to board this tender. The first one, well, Slick, describe what you look like as you begin to board the tender.
Slick is a 4-foot goblin artificer. He has tons of like baubles and gadgets and all whatever. So it's kind of a hoarder scene. So he looks very rounded. He's very short. Kind of like these scientific goggle glasses on. He waddles when he walks, and he has this tiny gold mechanical crab next to him. That's kind of his assistant in all the things that he does. And he's always tinkering with something or talking to Sleek.
Behind him, you see another individual crawl onto the boat. Bungo, describe what you look like. You're on mute.
So you see a halfling with wild brown hair kind of sticking out in every direction. If you've read the Wheel of Time books, he's dressed like a tinker with all of his clothes bright, vibrant colors, and no two are the same, and none of them work well together. They clash.
And then right behind Bungo, or at least the halfling that you see getting onto the tender, Zephora, what do you look like as you're the last one to get on the tender that's now heading in towards the Eastern Rest?
I see like a very slight female. She's maybe about 5'4", maybe. She's dressed in dark clothing. She has like plaited, a lot of hair, but it's plaited back and tied with some leather. And think what else? Oh, and she's got like a cutlass stuck in her, in her waistband.
Cinder, from your vantage point, you watch as the tender filled with the 3 individuals make their way towards the dock of the Eastern Rest. Using the cover of the rock line, you find yourself inching a little bit closer. You watch as the 3 of them get out of the tender onto the dock and then go in to the nearby tavern. Cinder, give me a stealth check, if you would, please.
I'm off to a great start. That's a 6.
A 6.
Yep.
As you begin...
She's one of us.
Great start already.
As you begin to approach the downstairs area of the tavern, you kind of like crawl and move kind of bent over through the foliage to get up to the nearby window. As you get close enough to the window, you look inside and you can see the 3 of them kind of like drinking, talking. It's a very crowded area inside the tavern. But the first thing you recognize Crimson Reavers are inside as well. That definitely gives you a clue that Captain Morgan must be in this tavern somewhere. You then watch as the Goblin, the Halfling, and the Yuan-Ti Trueblood get together quickly, and they seem to confer with each other and then head towards a set of stairs that takes them up into the next floor of the tavern. Cinder, what would you like to do next?
I mean, I kind of want to go check out the ship. I don't know if that's too chaotic or not.
It's up to you.
I think I will sneak around and go find Captain Morgan if they are occupied first. And then once that's done, I might check out the ship.
Give me an investigation or a perception check as you glance around the first floor of the tavern.
That is 14.
Okay. Perception or investigation?
Investigation.
Okay. You find yourself on the back end of the tavern. There is another set. There's like an exterior set of stairs backside of the tavern that looks like it leads up to the second story and the third story. As you kind of cautiously approach the stairs and you go up to the second story to look in, you see a very confused looking ogre pass by the window. And for a brief moment, the ogre stops as if he's about to turn and look at the window that you're peering through, but then shakes its head, mumbling to itself about it needs to go downstairs and gamble. But it looks very confused. Give me an Arcana check, if you would, please.
Dirty 20.
Somebody has cast a spell on that ogre, and they've come down from the third floor. You pull yourself back, and you head up the stairs, and once you get to the third floor, you look, there's a door and another window nearby. You're able to peer through the window. At this point, you could see the Goblin, the Halfling, and the Yuan-Ti in the nearby hallway. You watch as the Halfling and the Goblin take a kind of hidden position near the top of the stairs that you could see into. You could see Zephora, or you could see the Yuan-Ti knocking on a door and then turning a handle on that door. As she turns the handle and opens up the door, you could see a perfect description of Captain Morgan. He stands there as the door opens. The Yuan-Ti and him almost kind of surprised to see each other. They both have a kind of startled look on their faces at first. But the way that you know it's Captain Morgan is the severe scar across his face and the Crimson Reaver red wrapping around his neck. Always his kind of identity. And being the captain, he's the only one allowed to wear it. His red sash is around his neck, while everybody else wears their red sash around their waists. As you hunker down, staring through the window, Sephora, you turn the handle and the door opens. You're standing face to face with who you believe to be Captain Morgan. Behind the captain, you can see that the room is filled with at least maybe 6 or 7 other people. You can see the 2 ladies of the evening kind of laughing and sitting at a table sharing drinks. You can see what looks to be a rather large 8-foot bear wearing pirate attire and carrying a huge blunderbuss strapped across the front of their chest. They're kind of leaning up against the wall, cautiously eyeing the door as the door has been opened by you.
Mm-hmm.
You can hear to your left other voices talking, but you can't quite make it out. Maybe this might be the close members of his crew. Like maybe his officers might be in here with him as well. Well, who be ye? And I didn't order a third one.
Is there like a bar or place where their booze is at?
Yeah, there's a series of cabinets and like a little mini like 2 cabinets brought together with a piece of wood across them. You can see all these bottles and glasses have been put on top of it.
I'll walk over and grab some wine and pour it for myself.
Captain
Hello.
Morgan quickly shuts
How
the
do
door
you do?
as you walk in.
How do you do? No, I'm not one of your prostitutes.
But then who are you and what gave you the right to walk into my room?
Well, I'm a pirate, so I can go where I want and do what I want. Isn't that what pirates do? Anyway,
big bear
before you
starts to
start
laugh.
having the bear tear me apart and that oaf with a blunderbuss shoot at me, parlay.
Captain holds up his hand towards the bear. Then you watch as a small little goblin kind of pokes up out of the shadows of the nearby corner. And that's when everyone's kind of staring at you. They've got their weapons trained towards you. You could tell that you've got their full attention. And when you say parlay, Captain Morgan kind of crosses his arms, begins to look at you with one eyebrow up.
Mhm.
So you know the rules. Very well. Explain your parlay. Why are you here?
Is there like a table with chairs I can sit down at, or?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I sit down, kick my feet up on the table, and cross my ankles.
Oh, by all means, before you get started, you watch as Captain Morgan goes over to the bar, picks up the bottle that you poured, sets it in front of you on the table. He then goes over and picks up a separate bottle for himself, pours it into one of his tankards, and then he goes and leans up against the opposite wall from you, begins to sip it. I can't all be not drinking during a parlay. Come on, lads, ladies, drink up. He watches the other crew noticeably relax. They take in that kind of sigh of relief, and turn, expectantly back towards their drinks. And you can hear that they have all gone back to their own chatter, with the exception of the big werebear that's holding the blunderbuss and staring at you very cautiously. But the others seem to have lost interest in whatever conversation you're about to have with Captain Morgan. But before that conversation starts, Slick and Bungo, the two of you just
Typing what I was
watched.
going to do.
The two of you watched as the 4 went inside, but directly behind you, you hear like a creaking noise of footsteps, and then you can see a face peering through the window, looking into the hallway that you guys are kind of hidden underneath the windowsill. Cinder, describe what you look like.
You see a human. She is like her early to mid 20s. She's got big, like, circular glasses, almost like Harry Potter glasses, but not. Her hair is just a complete and total mess. Like, no fucks given. Like, it's chopped up. You can tell she did it herself with a dagger because she's got tired of the length. She got freckles on her, just like worn leathers. You know, she's someone that is very rough and tumble. And I think the most interesting thing about her is like on her neck is like this orange fire tattoo almost. It's very weird. It doesn't look like a tattoo itself, but that's kind of what it is. And you can't tell if it looks like there's a firebird or like face in it, but that's like the most interesting thing, like wrapping around from her collarbone to her like neck to like the back of her ear is like this kind of tattoo on her.
I almost imagine you look a little bit like Pippi Longstocking. She's that wild, kind of chaotic hair.
Red hair. She's got like dark brown, like light brown hair. Not red hair, and she doesn't have like the pigtails.
I was seeing Professor Trelawney.
Oh yeah, Professor Trelawney would work. Yeah, that's a good one too.
That's fair. In her youth, yeah. That's
And
fair.
she doesn't really seem to be taking an interest in either you or Slick. She seemed to be taking an interest specifically in the door that is now closed that Zephora went inside of. What's Bungo and Slick doing at this point?
So she obviously noticed us, right?
Well, we noticed her.
No. You noticed her because she rolled a 6 on her stealth check. So her feet are a little creaky. She made a little noise staring through the window. She has not noticed you two yet because you're kind of below the window line by the banister of the stairs that you came up. So as you look at her this way, she's looking over your heads towards the door as if she's taken an interest in whatever just happened with Zephora going inside that room.
Bingo. What are you making up? Who's that?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Is that a patron?
I don't know. She's checking out the door.
Hey, you up there! What are you looking at?
I'll be like, fuck. And I'll look to see who said that. Like,
Yeah,
what?
like you're at the window, you look down, and below the window line, inside the hallway, you can see Bungo and this little goblin staring up at you like,
I'm gonna wave. Maybe like I'm gonna wave it. Yeah, like
I'll be like,
Yeah.
shh, inside voice. We're
Hey, what?
spying.
I can hear you.
Oh, God. I'll get down there at that point. I'll be just
yeah,
like,
you watch, she opens up the door really quick. She hustles into the hallway, and she kind of hunkers down with the two of you behind the banister. Inside voice.
I'm doing reconnaissance. Okay, I need something in that room. That's what I'm doing.
Me too, man. Us too. Shh. I'm gonna keep an eye out what's going on, okay?
You guys can now hear laughter coming from the other side of the door.
I'm gonna keep an eye and make sure she's okay, okay? You think I should? I
It's
don't know.
okay. Who are you talking about?
Our captain. That's who went in there.
You let your captain go by yourself?
Oh, we didn't have much of a choice. You don't know our captain.
She
I
does
mean-
what she wants.
But you're pirates, aren't you? Just go in with them.
Shh.
Okay.
Shh.
Okay. Shh. Okay.
Why
Is
is everybody
there-
so quiet?
Is there any like
There's a freaking bar downstairs. Like they can't hear us.
Pretty much, yeah.
like
But
in this building we're
sneaky.
in?
We have-
Is there any like window or like I don't know holes in the wall that something small could fit through?
I mean, the third floor tavern is actually pretty decent. It's like pretty posh. The thing about piracy and the wealth that comes with piracy is like this tavern's got the vibe that maybe it's owned by a retired pirate, possibly, because the crowd down below looked a lot like pirates, the ships and sloops and all the smuggler sloops that were out in the bay. I mean, this whole place has that vibe that this is where pirates come because they know it's relatively safe. But somebody's gone through a lot of trouble to kind of make the small little grouping of buildings look like shit. And the outside of the tavern, this 3-story tavern, looks a little bit run down. But the interior is in surprisingly good shape. So as you guys, Bungo, give me a stealth check. Because I imagine you're going to try to listen in on the door at some point, correct?
I was actually gonna, if there's a crack around the jamb of the door, I was gonna go spider mode and just kind of ham in the crack so I can see in and out.
Okay, so Cinder, you and Slick watch as Bungo turns into a small little spider, and then
I hate spiders. Warn someone next time. I could have stepped on you.
Slick's got a sandal out like he's gonna smack it. You watch as a little spider crawls across the hallway. The banister that you guys are kind of tucked behind, and you're watching as Bungo is crawling towards the door, and he disappears underneath the crack of the door itself. There's a solid 2-inch gap underneath there.
If
hallway,
there's a gap at the top, I'll try to go for the top.
Okay, so you're crawling up the door and towards the top. From the banister side, you can see a door to your right. You can see the door that Bungo just went through. There's another hallway that peters off to the left and another door off to your left. Currently, the banister is just a place for you guys to kind of hunker down and keep out of any kind of eye shot of anyone. It sounds like down below that some kind of tussle has broken out. You could hear like the beginnings of a bar fight. It sounds like a rather large ogre is complaining about something and now throwing furniture across the room. So you guys are pretty well muffled by the activity that's going on down below. There's the window and door directly behind you that you used to peek in originally, as well as the door that you just came through. Bungo, as you crawl up the door and under the crack off to the other side, you can see Zephora sitting at a table drinking a glass of wine. You can see Captain Morgan leaning up against the wall. And Captain Morgan and Zephora seem to be about to start a conversation at this point. Slick, with Bungo inside, you and Cinder by the banister. I'm going to take a quick moment here. Mordain, is there anything you want to focus on while you're out on the ship waiting for everyone to get back? You're on mute, by the way.
Helps when people can hear me. Thing that I wanted to focus on with staying on the ship was getting in control of this beast.
So working with the flesh golem. Gotcha.
I'm gonna spend time kind of like communing and like building control like of it.
So trying to see if you can identify how to like connect directly with it and harness that connection so it's easier to control. Give me an Arcana check for starters.
That is a 21.
21. Now give me a persuasion check with advantage.
$19.
As you circle the creature in the lower hold, you begin to realize that this thing is not a sentient thing. This is not a creature that can reason or understand empathy or understand the idea of thought. It is a creature that accepts commands. And you, being its creator, it intends to only ever do or be commanded by you and do what you tell it to do. After watching it feed over on the other sloop, you begin to kind of take in the full power of this creature. It stands roughly 9 feet tall, with the way that the parts were put together and the way the magic was infused back into the creature, and this dark magic bringing it into a kind of animated existence. It seems to be capable of learning at least 3 commands: attack, protect, and guard. It feels like when it's with you, it'll always try to protect you. You could set it up to actually guard, and then you could set it out to attack. The dark nature of its spirit and the dark nature of its construct seems to want to feed. That connection eludes you. Why that's there, you're not entirely sure. It is either a byproduct of the spell book or of the corpse that was involved or the magic that was kind of involved in the process. But there's still this kind of shadowy connection to you that you're quite not sure what it might be. And then you'll continue to focus on that connection while you wait for the others to return. You can see that Kunlin is in his meditative state. He is currently seems to be communicating with the crew. And as always, the Skrilo is busy down below decks, tinkering and making things and doing repairs to the ship, keeping busy as people like to keep busy. Zephora, back inside Captain Morgan's room. Well, what's your parlay then, lady? Takes a drink of his cup.
Look at my. Okay, I was trying to find some notes here from when I was with the fire giant here. Oh, see, and right here on the last game, I wrote a note. Dice suck tonight. So just to let you know, I do mark that down when you start rolling snake eyes. Okay, so, well, I ran into a friend of yours, and
I'm not sure I have friends, but anyways.
And he said that you might be in possession of my ship's bell. I just stare at him.
The room gets a little bit quiet. What's your passive perception, Zephora?
My passive perception, I do declare. Perception. Dun, 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 dun. It's 14.
14. Bungo, give me a stealth check, if you would, please. In your spider form.
Oh, shit. I have to look up the spider.
Thought you had a standby block stat for that guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
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 Stealth is based off of what?
Dex.
Dex?
Yeah. If you don't have a stealth stat for it, you just roll.
It's a +2.
Christ.
+2. Okay, go for it. Give me a stealth check.
How much have you smoked to become a beginning D&D player? That's what I want to know.
18.
18. Okay. As Captain Morgan stares at you, and you can already hear the beginnings of a bar fight breaking out down below. In your mind, you're imagining that might be the effect that you put on the ogre, and it's now kind of providing the distraction that you needed to finally make it into this room. The captain stares at you with a very kind of curious look on his face. I'm not really sure which friend you speak of. Speak plainly. Who did you speak with?
I take a sip. A fire giant.
Horgoth. You met with Horgoth.
Yes.
And he let you go.
Well, so to speak.
He's definitely going to insight check you on that one. Not a good roll. Just stares at you with a bit of curiosity. He looks over at the werebear standing nearby. The werebear just kind of shrugs his shoulders and gets a little bit more relaxed. So he told you I had a bell. Well, I have many things.
The bell of the crimson tide, of the red tide. Is it the crimson tide?
No, it's the red tide.
Red tide.
Well, why would that be of concern of yours? That ship no longer exists.
It's in the port. I'm the captain.
He quickly walks over to a nearby window, stares out in the direction of the bay. He takes in a deep breath and sighs, and he kind of looks back at you. Well, I'll be fucked. The Crimson Reavers are in, how shall we say, in the presence of the Red Tide's captain. Well, you don't look like Black Mane to me. What name do you go by?
Zephora.
What's your full name?
Zephora Moonshade.
Interesting. He tentatively walks over nearby, and he notices that your glass is empty, so he pours you another glass, and then
Out
he
of what
walks
bottle?
the one that you used previously. So it's a safe
Okay.
bottle to use.
Okay.
He then walks away from you and goes back over towards the wall. And he goes, "Well, unfortunately, Orgoth can be a bit, remiss on information. I have many different items that I collect and sell to those that like to collect items from me. What's in it for me if this is an item that you want? Gold?"
I can tell you where island is full of treasure for the taking.
Do you mean an island with treasure for the taking?
That's exactly what I mean.
Well, I can't merely take your word for it, of course. Do you have any evidence of proof or truth in this island? How do I know you're not just going to give me an
I would
empty
give you
notion?
I would tell you what island, but then you would know it, and I wouldn't have my bell. That's not fair.
Quid pro quo, as they say. Quid pro quo. And Mungo, you're now able to listen in on this entire conversation as well at this point. Cinder and Slick, give me perception checks, if you would, please. Xander's head tilt. Can't tell if his camera's frozen or is he's asleep with his eyes open.
No, my thing. There it goes. My browser froze for a second there.
Yeah.
You said
Yeah.
perception?
Yeah, perception.
I got a 15.
15?
Oof, that's a 4.
4. Okay, good to know. Listen, Captain Zephora of the Red Tide,
Yes.
this bell that you speak of, I am aware that it has, magical means. It's a thing of magic, a relic, as they might say. My understanding is when Blackmane met his fate, he cast certain items from his ship so that no one could ever take possession of his ship again. My understanding was that it was lost to the briny deep, but yet there it is. It floats out there. I have a question for you, Captain. Is it true about the crew of the Blackmane? Do their ghostly selves still linger on the deck of the ship?
You don't think I believe in ghost stories, do you?
Give me a deception check, if you would, please. Because you absolutely believe in ghost stories.
Yes, I know. Hence the deception. Where's my deception? It's not the great. Come on, baby. With the good times roll. 14. So 17.
Damn, I cannot roll an insight check to save my life tonight. Interesting. Well, no matter. My understanding is that the rumor has it that ship is quite cursed. So, if I were to point you in the direction of the bell.
Point me in the direction of the bell.
Yes,
Or did
I don't
you
have
sell it.
Well, no, I don't quite have it on me.
On
see.
me. Yes, of course. That's how all the deals work. I don't
Think
have the
about-
treasure map on me either, so.
Well, we can meet each other halfway, let's say. I do wonder, what is your intent when your ship is, how shall we say, restored? Where do you plan on raiding? What direction do you plan on going?
I don't know. The coast of Wildmont. I don't know. Maybe see what the pirates are doing over there. Maybe become the pirate queen there. Who knows?
Interesting. Well, on this
Do you want to
island,
tag along? I'll gladly make you second in command.
you hear some of the other Crimson, like the Crimson Reaver crew, all kind of chuckle at that. Although the werebear gets a very serious look on his face and is trigger finger kind of drifts towards the trigger of the blunderbuss.
Don't worry, Teddy Bear. I would never hurt you. I would, you could have your ship. You would just be under my control. But that's okay. That's why pirates don't do well. They don't stick together. If we had a pirate fleet, just imagine what we could do.
The werebear stares at you and gives you this menacing look. And my name's not Teddy Bear. My name's Pat.
Pat? I'm sorry, Pat. You were about to lose that finger. And I just thought I would.
It's right. Captain Morgan looks at the bear and just shakes his head, and the bear falls silent.
As she toys with the hilt of her dagger. Anyway, so how do we come to an agreement here?
You could just
cut my throat, one or the other.
There was once a pirate island called the Revels. They don't really exist anymore because, frankly, it's everyone for themselves.
Well,
I think that
heard
just
that
works
story.
better. Oh, you heard that story?
Yes,
well,
yes.
Then...
And who tells these tales of that's why we're all apart. That's why we, don't do things together anymore because of that island. You know who passes those tales along? Merchants that want to keep us apart and drifting, and why they grow rich and fat.
Well, they may grow rich and fat, but we just take what we need and what we want. I'm not worried about that. This idea of going back to the idea of a company of pirates sounds exhausting, frankly.
Well, I mean, if you're a lazy pirate, then yes, if you want to dip your candles in the local, midden, that's up to you. If it falls off, I mean, I guess that's what happens to all pirates. But if you want to get out of this hellhole, wouldn't you like to live in a castle filled with gold, with huge ships, with hundreds of guns, not having to care about anything else in the world because you have a fleet of your own that you can tell where to go and what to do yourself?
Give me a persuasion check on that one.
Okay. Darn, my persuasion's only +9. I'm not. If I'm lying, I'm dying. Nat 20, so we're for a 29.
29.
Damn.
Beat that.
Right.
Look, there's my dice. Wait. Where's it at?
I'm to beat
There's
it,
my 20.
dude.
There's my 20 right there. Boo. All right.
He stares at you for a moment and seriously thinks about it. He's lost in thought, stares down at his hands. Tell you what, if you prove yourself, and then perhaps we can do a joint venture together. How about that? A little raiding nearby. There's an island not more than a day from here, a fishing town. It mostly caters to whale-rights and those fat merchant vessels. It's a repair point for those traveling between the larger islands and making their way towards the Menagerie Coast. I think a joint effort to prove that if the two of us can do good works together, then perhaps there is a future in this idea of yours. But I will not blindly align myself with the Revels yet again. I find leaving one exposed that way is significantly distasteful. He walks over, and the two girls, or the two ladies that are in there, he kind of smiles at them, whispers something to them. You watch as the two of them leave out the door. Mm-hmm. Those in the hallway, Cinder and Slick, you'll see the door open, and the two ladies leave and start heading down towards the tavern down below. But it's also at that moment, Cinder and Slick, you notice a very disgruntled and confused ogre walking up the stairs. It's like you recognize the ogre as the one that Zephora had befuddled, and you can see he's got a big swollen eye. Somebody hit him very hard, and you get the feeling that whatever Zephora did to him probably is no longer effective because of that physical strike. And he's like trudging up the stairs, and as he trudges up the stairs, he looks directly over the banister at you, Slick, pulls out this huge wooden club. Why, you motherfucker! It was you and that other one that did it! And the club comes up as if to come down in a swinging motion towards you. I need everybody to roll for initiative. Even though you're not there, Mordain, I'm going to go ahead and have you roll for initiative as well.
Oh, time to go.
I don't want tips. Just go away. There we go. Okay. Okay.
All right. Where is? We'll do skirmish. Did I have a? Nope, that's the right one. Okay. All right, Zephora, what'd you get?
I got a 15.
Okay. Mordain with a 10. I swear to God, Les, you roll more. You're a wizard, and you're still rolling a high initiative. I swear to God. Slick, the club is coming down towards you. 14 plus 7 is a 21 to hit.
Jesus. Yeah, that hits.
Okay. That is going to be 9 points of bludgeoning damage as you feel the club down like right into your shoulder and splinter the banister, and the banister comes apart. And then the ogre yells at Cinder, who's standing next to you, "Oh, I bet you put him up to it." And the club comes down towards Cinder. 16 to hit Cinder.
I'll be like, what the fuck? First off. Second of all, yes, that does hit.
That is going to be 7 points of bludgeoning damage. Oh, duh.
Hold on.
Is
I
he
have
even in
arcane deflection. If I'm hit by an attack or I fail a saving flow, I can use my reaction to gain a +2. I guess that attack or a +4.
Because that was a 16 to hit.
Yeah, I won't do anything, so never mind, I won't do it.
Okay, so take 7 points of bludgeoning damage. He'll then switch back over to Slick. He will miss Slick, and then he'll switch back over to... Oh, God, I rolled a 1 and a 3. So it's like the first club comes down, hits Slick. The second one comes down, hits Cinder, back over to Slick again, and then back towards Cinder, kind of like slamming, and now the banister lies scattered on the floor. Slick, you are up with Cinder on deck.
He's going to throw out a bobble of blue liquid and throw it at him. 25 to hit.
25 will definitely hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, so that's gonna. It's doing Ray of Frost basically. So that's 16 cold damage as the liquid freezes on over his body, and his speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of my next turn.
Okay.
Um,
That's considered a spell or a cantrip?
I believe that's a cantrip.
Okay, so you got 3 AP left.
Fuck.
By the way, Les, when you get a chance this week, don't forget to make your Hero Forge figure for me.
I sent a link to you on Discord.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Can I get
It's on.
a So 3. Can I get a dex save, please?
Yes. Is it a spell?
Yes.
Give me your spell casting roll first.
Oh shit. +6. 15 plus 6, so that makes it.
Yep, you're good. Spell goes off. That is a natural 16 minus 2, which is a 14.
Okay. What happens? What happens? If he okay, so throws a web at him. So then he throws off another bottle at him, and this one's kind of milky white, and it spills out these webs, and it's anchored between him and the thing of the stairs. And he has the restrained condition until he breaks free.
All right. So it's between him and the stairs,
Yeah.
like right here.
Yeah.
All right.
And then he's going to
So he's currently restrained.
currently restrained until he breaks free, which he can do at the start. Let's see. Enters the web on a turn or starts its turn there. Must succeed on a dexterity save throw or have a restraint condition. And then it's a strength athletics check to break free. So I'm guessing it's at the end of his turn.
End of his next turn. Okay.
I
believe that leaves you with 1 AP.
I'm going to get the fuck out of there and run past him.
You're going to run past him down the stairs or towards the other side?
I think I just want to get the hell out of there. I'm going to run past him down the stairs.
Down the stairs?
Okay, see ya.
That will trigger an attack of opportunity.
It's at disadvantage, so it's okay.
Okay. He's going to take
I'll
a
take
swing
it.
at you.
I'll try it.
That's double 11s.
What the fuck?
That is gambler's luck, my friend.
Can I
He
silvery
does-
barbs? Because I have
fuck-
it as a reaction.
Absolutely. If you have
I'll
it.
silvery barbs it. Even though I'm like,
Nice.
you don't leave me?
Instead of gambler's luck, he rolls a 2. It's like, and as you yell out, you're going to just take off? And he goes running right by the ogre. The ogre's distracted
Don't you
by
see how
that.
good this guy is?
Sending
I
you
ain't coming for
down.
no trouble. I'm getting a
sending
drink.
you- yeah, sending you down towards the second floor. That will finish your turn. Cinder, you are up with the bad guys on deck.
Just like, what the fuck? Okay. Is it wood where we're at, or is it stone?
It's stone and wood.
I will say that if you're doing
firebolt, I'll just
the
do, like,
webs are flammable and they can do fire damage if you.
I
light them
will.
on
I'm
fire.
gonna do firebolt.
You do firebolt?
Yep.
Did you want to move first?
Nah.
Okay. Go for it. Firebolt, ranged.
Yep. So okay, if I'm reading this right, I rolled a 13, and it's at first level, so I need 11, right?
It's not a spell though. Firebolt's a cantrip, right?
Yes.
So yeah, cantrips you do not need to make spellcasting
Oh,
rolls,
cool.
so you're good. But I think firebolt, is that a dex save for me?
I thought Firebolt was just a general attack, spell attack roll.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
it just says it's one attack, 1d10
Yeah.
fire damage.
Yeah, go for it.
Do I need to make sure I hit though?
Yeah, you still got to roll to hit him.
19.
19 will definitely hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. 8 points of fire damage.
Nice. You kind of strike him in the chest, kind of emoliates outwards, and little bits of sparks and flames, like kind of grunts at the strike. You see kind of charred remains where the firebolt hit. You still have 3 AP left.
Okay. Can I do Misty Step now?
Absolutely. Where would you like to go?
Behind, like underneath, essentially, like him, kind of following Slick. I just don't want, to get an opportunity attack. I would just like to Misty Step it.
Yep, you Misty Step down towards the second floor.
Now that is the spell. Do I need to roll for it to make sure?
Yeah. Give me a spell casting roll.
Okay, so I think I got it. This is a new way to do spells.
And remember, you always add your spell attack modifier to the roll.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, then I definitely got it.
Okay. Leaving you with 1 AP.
I'm just gonna chase after Slick and be like, dude, I just saved your ass. What the fuck are you doing right now?
You saved my ass so that we can live another day. I'm not fighting against a giant. Thank you, by the way, for saving my ass, whoever you are.
You're welcome. My name is. I don't even want to tell you my name. Okay, so I haven't. So, can I use my 1 AP to do another cantrip?
Absolutely.
Can I do mold earth now?
Sure. Describe what you're trying to do on the stone stairs.
I wanted to become essential difficult terrain so that this guy cannot chase after me.
Gotcha.
That's all I will do. Nothing too complicated. I kind of just want to seal it with the fire and the smoke, and he just can't follow me, and let the smoke inhalation kill him at the point.
Yeah.
With the fire.
You just gotta turn and two-handed morph the stairs into sludge and mud, and rubble, and got a rock protruding out, making it difficult for him to move through the surface.
The firebolt, did that ignite the webs?
No, it did not.
Okay.
So he's still considered restrained. With that, inside the room, Zephora, you guys hear a fight break out, and you hear some spell casting. At that moment, Captain Morgan stares over at the werebear, who immediately races over towards the door. He'll open the door, head out. He will see Gorn. Gorn will then point down the stairs. The werebear will point and look down the stairs. He'll see both Slick and Cinder running. Both Slick and Cinder, you see this big werebear individual kind of bring this huge blunderbuss down. And he pulls back all 3 of the hammers on it, and then he pulls all 3 triggers at once. And the blunderbuss just goes off down into the hallway, and you can hear ricocheting rounds bouncing off everything.
He hits those guys next to us.
Oh well, he'll get everybody. It's an area of effect. So I need you and Cinder to make dexterity saves.
Okay.
Oof.
Still streaming on Twitch?
I believe so.
Okay.
I'm gonna have something for that. I don't. Do
I thought we were streaming on OnlyFans. What the heck's going on?
I got 11.
11, that's going to fail. You'll take 10 points of piercing damage.
All right. I think I failed. I rolled a 16 to start.
No, that is the save. It's a DC.
Oh, okay.
No, the DC 15 on the area effect. So that will save. You will take half damage. You'll take 5 points of piercing damage. So that was 2 AP for him to get here, 1 AP to shoot. It's going to be another AP for him to reload. Once he hears the blunderbuss goes off, he will order the other 3 to go immediately follow. So we are going to head out. See what's going on. Gabo's going to crawl up on the table and take a look out the window. This guy's going to run around and take a look out the window here. Captain Morgan is going to take a peek at you. Not convinced that you have anything to do with this, Sephora. You watch as Captain Morgan grabs onto a charm around his neck, and you watch as it activates. As it activates, he looks around the room, and you catch him laying his eyes onto a small little spider, like underneath the rafters of the roof of the room. And he just kind of like shakes his head, pulls out a pistol, takes a shot where he can see a spider up on the rafter. That's going to be a natural 20 to hit there, Bungo.
Yep.
That is going to be automatically 6 points of damage, plus another 2 for 8, plus 5. That's 13 points of piercing damage to you, Bungo.
Okay. I will revert back to Halfling and drop to the ground and say, nope, I'm good. I'm good.
All of a sudden, before you see Bungo on the ground, getting up on his feet, you see Captain Morgan go, well, it would seem that we have problems here. An infestation of sorts. Get him, lads! And as he yells out, get him, lads, the other 2 pirates that have crawled.
Really, guys? Really? I mean, I gave up and shit, and I didn't attack or anything.
They're both going to take shots at you. And they're both going to miss. I rolled a 5 and a 7. So you watch as they shoot towards you, and both rounds ricochet. And around you. Mordain, by now out on the ship, you've already heard multiple gunshots. You heard the crack of what sounded like a real large, kind of almost like shotgun, and then a couple like low kind of rumbling pistol cracks off in the distance as well. Looking across from where you are in the hold of the ship and out the porthole, you can see where the Crimson Reaver ship was lying at anchor on the opposite end of the spit of land that this little community is on. You can see at least 2 tenders being lowered after those gunshots were being heard. So there's clearly something going on, but you're not specifically sure as to what's going on. That'll finish the bad guy's turn. Zephora, you are up with Mordain on deck.
So his concentration is over there on Bungo, right?
Yep.
Okay.
How did I get all the way over there?
You crawled across the rafter underneath the door.
I was just hanging out on the door.
On the door? Okay. Then you'll be right there by the door.
Okay. Yeah, I was trying to keep an ear on both sides of the wall, but
Gotcha.
just to make sure she wasn't getting attacked.
I'll cut him first with a dagger coated in the blowfish poison.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I know you gave me evil things to use. So I'm going to use them. Plus, all the effects are really fun. Let's see, what am I at? Okay, plus 8. 18 plus 8. So 26.
26 will definitely hit. Go ahead and roll damage. It's a con save for that stuff, right?
Yeah, I just had it here. Well, I was just looking at it. Sorry.
That is a 12 plus 3 is a 15 on this con save.
DC 15 con. So beat it, right?
Yep.
Fine. So 9 points of damage. And 9 plus my backstab.
You definitely have surprise. So I make sure you take the advantage roll on that because you do have surprise.
Okay. Well, I already. No.
Yeah, but you might get a crit. You never know.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
But he'll get an extra 14 more points of damage.
Nice.
That's my first attack. Sorry, my first action.
How many attacks do you get per action now? 2?
Yeah. No, I don't know if I get 2.
Check your tab.
I'm 5th level. I don't think. No, the new edition doesn't give you
For
an
rogue?
extra attack. They totally declawed the rogue, in my opinion. But oh well.
So you get 1 attack per action?
It looks like. So there's my first attack. My second attack.
Okay. Remember, if you're
This one
going
I
after
have-
him, it'll be at disadvantage.
So after this one,
Yeah.
you said? Okay, let me roll advantage on this one then. So 17?
17's just going to miss. He has an armor class 18.
God damn it. Okay. I'll make my third attack.
That'll be at disadvantage.
Okay. Okay, so 15, 16. So 24.
That'll
I got a
hit. Roll
15.
for-
I got a 15 and an 18. So he's gonna have to make a save again.
Okay. That's going to fail.
Okay. He gets the poison condition and an extra 2d6 damage. I can't fucking believe that. So
No.
10 points of damage.
Okay.
And
And your 4th AP.
okay, I'm going to get behind him. So I'll use my one for disengage, and then a move to get behind him. I like right behind him, so I can put a dagger to his throat.
So you're going to use your final AP to try to grapple him?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I need to beat. So I believe it's an 8 plus either your athletics or acrobatics for grapple now.
Okay, 8 plus my athletics.
Yep. Trying to remember if we get proficiency.
Do I get my
grapple.
proficiency?
I think so. Yeah, I think
okay.
it's your.
So yeah, because it sounds right. So it'll be a 15.
Yep, 15. So he's got to beat your 15. He is going to get a 13 plus 6, so he's going to get a 19. He's going to duck underneath your attempt to grapple him from behind, and that will finish your turn.
Okay.
Mordain, out on the ship. You are up with Bungo on deck.
Okay, I am going to turn to. I'm going to turn to the flesh golem. Haven't given him a name yet. And I'm going to have a picture of my crew, and I'm going to look to him and say, "Protect."
He begins to break away from the stanchion that he's standing on, and he'll spend all 4 of his AP to lumber up onto the main deck and simply walk off the main deck into the water. You hear the as you get this feeling that he is slowly going to make his way towards where you believe your crew to be.
Okay.
You still have your 3 AP left. 1 AP to
It's
command.
alive.
About how far away are they?
They're pretty far. I mean, you're out in the bay, so it's at least 1,000 feet to get to the dock.
And there was that other ship that I saw that was like.
Yeah, way off in the distance, you did catch another ship lowering like multiple tenders filled with people.
Okay. I am going to. About how far away is it?
They'd be about 500 feet away.
Okay. I want to try and do like a. Maybe like a flare, like a flame bolt into the air to kind of get like a hey, like either the town's guard or just something's going on that's not right. Need people to take a look.
Are you attempting towards the village? Is this intended for your own crew to try to see?
Yes.
Okay. You have Eldritch Blast, don't you?
Yep.
I would say you'll take the rest of your AP to send Eldritch Blast up in the direction of the village.
And yes, and I think one of the interactions that I have with it is like the shove or whatever, the push back.
That's if you hit anything. I'm not sure anybody's in range at this point.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought maybe like it's something like that. Like if it hits, like kind of it does like a larger sound or something to reflect it, but I didn't.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. It would definitely denote that you are firing off Eldritch Blast. Yeah, I love that. So 1 AP to get above deck, and then your final 2 AP to send kind of loud, explosive Eldritch Blasts that will explode in the direction of the ship, trying to get your other crew's attention. Bungo, you are up. Then we'll be at the top of the second round with Slick on deck.
Is Captain Morgan wearing an iron breastplate or a metal breastplate or anything like that?
No, he is wearing all leathers, from what you can tell.
Okay. Does he have a scary-looking fancy weapon that he's holding?
He's got a pistol in his right hand and a scimitar or a cutlass in his left hand. Sorry. Pistol in his left and cutlass in his right.
They have a lot of buckles there, Bongo.
Yeah, I know.
I know you want to do a heat metal spell.
Yeah, I'm wanting to do a heat metal. Can I do a heat metal on him?
Sure, absolutely. Go ahead and give me a spell casting roll.
Okay. Do I have the moon dial?
Yes, you do.
I do.
Oh,
Okay,
you do.
So if I fail it, I get a reroll once a day.
Yep.
Okay, so heat metal is.
I believe that's concentration.
Yep. So I'm going to fire up my Wrath of the Sea as a bonus action.
Okay. Well, as an action.
Yeah. And then Spellio.
Just let him have his vernacular.
That's what it says on the
backstab,
sheet.
so.
That's what it says on the sheet, damn it. Okay.
And I can say backstab if I want.
Yeah, you're taking me way back on that one.
So a third level spell, so it's a -3?
No, it's a 13 or higher to cast it.
Okay.
And then you add your spell attack modifier to the roll.
Yep. Nat 20, nat 20, nat 20, +7.
Nice. So with a natural 20 on the spell casting roll, it goes off, no problem, as well as the next spell you cast automatically succeeds.
That's a 3d8. Is it automatic max?
Yeah. Well, no, because that's only for attack rolls on nat 20s.
Gotcha.
That was just your spell casting roll.
Gotcha. Okay. No, I meant for the damage.
Well, yeah, you just roll for damage like normal. It's the heat
okay.
metal effect, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, roll for damage.
$16.
16 points of damage. Give him a concentration save, which he will make. He manages to not get too distracted by the fact that his belt buckle and boot buckles are now searing his flesh. I believe you have 1 AP left.
It's an AP to cast the spell. It's an AP to turn on my, or is it 2 APs to cast the spell?
Spells are 2 AP.
Okay. So if I move within 5 feet of him, my spell effect from the Manifest Wrath of the Sea, does that go off automatically, or do I have to do?
No, I
Yeah.
believe so. So he has to make a saving throw, right?
Yes. So I will move within 5 feet of him.
Okay. What's the saving throw?
Yeah, let me look it up. I'm getting there. And it's covered. So let's see. Spell save DC.
That's okay. I rolled a natural 1. So it's not. He's definitely not going to save. Go ahead.
Okay.
What's the effect?
Take cold damage and be pushed up to 15 feet away from me.
Holy smokes. That'll slam him this way. 15 feet away from you. How much damage does he take?
He takes 4d6.
Damn.
Only 9.
9 points of cold damage.
Yarp.
Okay. That'll finish your turn unless you want to use the rest of your movement.
Nope.
All right.
Well,
Top of the second round, Slick, you and Cinder are in the stairwell. There are two headless bodies lying on the ground next to you. 2 ladies that were leaving lie dead in the stairwell. You can now see the ogre and 3 other individuals staring down into the stairwell, but you also just heard shots go off up above you inside the room that Sephora's in.
Come with me if you want to live. We'll go back to our ship.
I'm assuming I heard the Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, you would have heard outside. And like through some of the windows, it got like really bright.
Disobeying a captain's command.
Captain left us
We'll
alone.
be walking the plank soon.
Captain left us alone and didn't give us any orders.
With your stupid little crab.
So,
No, we'll steam him. He'll make good eating.
He's
steam a
metal.
mechanical. He's a mechanical crab. You
Sure,
know.
Bungo could make him taste good.
That's true. Bungo can make anything taste good.
So I'm gonna take Cinder's hand and pull her with me.
So I'll say the
that
2 of
point.
you use your entire turn to get out of the tavern and start heading towards the dock, correct? Makes sense?
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
unless you want me to like try and hold him back.
I mean, if you want to, I'm trying to get away from this. Just
Oh no,
because-
I will go with you because I definitely want to live. But I know if like real quick I could like be like blocking them with something and then go. But
I mean, I don't know if you've got Fireball or not. You can always,
I don't have Fireball, but I do have something else.
So what do you want to
Yeah.
cast to kind of like keep them from being able to follow you?
I wanted to cast Dragon's Breath.
Ooh, I love it.
Yeah,
Is it a
that's
spell or a
no.
cantrip?
It's a spell. It's a
Give me a spell casting roll. We'll say you cast it up the stairwell as you and Slick go to take off.
Okay, I got it. The spell goes off.
Okay.
So
What's
they
the
have
effect?
to make a dexterity saving throw.
All right.
But Troll has disadvantage, doesn't it?
Yeah, the ogre will get a 1, and the web is now on fire. The
Cool.
other 3, only 1 will succeed, but the stairwell and the underside of the floor is now on fire.
Okay, so 15-foot cone makes a dexterity throw. So right now I rolled 12 points of fire damage.
Okay.
So if they failed, they take that. If they succeeded, half of that.
Yep. and the stairwell is now filled with flame as
And then I'm like, yeah, I want to fucking live, and I'm right behind him. I just didn't want anyone to follow me. I was like, absolutely not.
All right, that'll finish your turn. The bad guys are up.
2d4 damage for the ogre.
For the webbing.
Yeah, and then the
Yeah,
webbing
go for it. Yeah, roll for damage.
So that's 6 points of fire damage, and then the webbing is burned away.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm also going to move to the side, just so I'm not in the doorway.
Off to the side, like this way.
Yep, just so
Okay.
they don't turn around and see me and blast me.
All right. With that, Captain Morgan is feeling very rough. He is going to jump up on the table. He's going to kick out the window and disappear out the window. They'll be followed by the other two that were in the room as the three of them flee out the window to get back to their ship. This is gonna take us out of initiative for now. Everyone is basically fleeing because now the stairwell is on fire. So with that, put us back into our normal situation here. So with Captain Morgan fleeing out the window, Slick and Cinder are now running out of the tavern and down towards the docks. Zephora and Bungo, as the windows are kicked out and you watch as the pirates flee out the windows, you can see that Mordain has launched Eldritch Blast up into the air, kind of arcing over. And Cinder and Slick, as you get to the dock, at first you see a head coming out the water like it's trudging slowly out of the water line. Then you see shoulders. Slick, you immediately recognize Mordain's flesh golem is walking out of the coastline, like the beach line, and trudging up towards the dock. It walks past you and Cinder as you run down the dock, and you watch as it like starts going into the interior of the tavern. Then to your right, as you get to the dock, you see a bunch of pirates leaping out of third story and second story windows. And now you can hear the interior of the tavern as people are screaming and yelling as the flesh golem enters into the downstairs portion of the tavern. Zephora, what do you and Bungo do since you're still up on the third floor?
I'm running after the captain.
So you run over, jump on the table, you look out the window. About 30 feet down on the beach edge that lies underneath the docks and the overlap of the tavern, you can see the captain and the others have landed, kind of stumbled, and are prone on the ground as they're getting up to their feet, and they're running. They're getting up and getting ready to run towards a series of small tenders that are beached up on the beach line. They're maybe 120 feet away from you.
I'll use all 4 of my actions to dash and get down to him and make any like rolls I need to make for acrobatics.
Do you want to leap out the window or run through the tavern and try to find them by running?
No,
through the
I
tavern?
want to. I'm assuming this is like kind of a compact town with the buildings all kind of squished together.
Yeah, it's a good way of describing it.
Okay, I want to follow them by running along the roof lines, and then when I get near them, I want to try to at least get into their boat.
Okay, so you turn around, you pull yourself up onto the roof. Give me either acrobatics or athletics to do that.
Okay, it's 14 plus acrobatics. 21.
21. You pull yourself up like in an arm curl. You pull yourself up on the roof. You then kind of like run along the edge of the roof. You have to jump over onto another one and then jump over onto another one. Give me 2 acrobatics checks as you leap from roof to roof, following them along the beach line.
So that'd be a dirty 20 and a 13.
With the 13, you stumble and you kind of somersault along the edge of the roof, kind of slamming your head on a beam, splitting your head open for 6 points of bludgeoning damage. You quickly get back up on your feet, keep running, and you come to the end of the last of the roofs that you can reach. There is a rather series of large palm trees nearby that you could try to leap over to. If you manage to catch yourself into the palm trees, you'll actually be hanging over their boats that are beached down below the palm tree.
I'll go for it.
About a 30-foot drop.
Okay, I'll go for it.
Yeah, give me acrobatics or athletics.
Oh. Okay. So it's going to be a 18.
18. You leap over, you do that kind of like Spider-Man thing where your arms and legs are kind of like flailing, and you manage to grab onto the palm tree. And we'll say that finishes your turn at that point.
Okay.
Bungo, you're still the only one left up in the room. Everyone else seems to have fled.
I'll look out the window, and if I can see where Captain Morgan is, can I see where Captain Morgan is?
Basically, everything that I just described for Zephora, you can see going on down below. You can see Captain Morgan and his other crew members are beginning to run along the edge of the beach, going off the direction. You can see and hear Zephora chasing after them.
Are they in a line?
They're in little groups of threes. The captain's a little bit sluggish, however.
Okay. And they're running towards their boats, can I see them?
The boats you cannot see. They're out of eye shot.
Okay, well, that makes my decision for me. Lightning bolt.
Dex saves.
On Captain Morgan. Dex 15.
Remember, he's poisoned.
And as many of them as I can hit.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a spellcasting roll.
It's automatic.
Oh, that's right, because your last one was a natural 20.
That's the only reason I'm doing it.
A crit, yeah. Captain Morgan will save.
Remember, he's got a poison condition.
Yeah, I rolled a 15 and a 17.
Damn it.
The other group of 4, one will save, 2 will fail. Go ahead and roll damage.
So it's 8d6, half for the guys that passed it. Or is it d8s?
It's half damage.
8d6. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8.
God, Lightning Bolt is such a... At 5th level,
23.
I can't believe how powerful that spell is. 23. Mordain, out on the ship, you just watch as a crackle of lightning streaks down from the 3rd floor window of the tavern and like arcs down into just these like group of people running along the beach side towards something. Mordain, from your vantage point, you could already hear the fight breaking out with your flesh golem inside the tavern, but you recognize Zephora is chasing after someone along the series of roof lines above the beach. You get the feeling that was Bungo that just casted lightning down into the beach. And then over on the docks, you could see Slick, who is currently like on the dock, and he's standing alongside some kind of female individual. They seem to be going back and forth with each other on what to do next. Anything Mordain wants to do at this point?
I'm gonna, in my head, picture Zephora with hearts around it and everything, and in order to guard.
Wait, I'm sorry, my own laughter.
Why did they get more into you when you're about to break up with them? I don't know.
I know, right? So what's Mordain doing?
Shifting the golem's command to guarding Zephora.
Oh, I love that. Okay. Slick and Cinder, you guys are currently on the dock. Slick, you do recognize your guys' tender there. So you can also see on the other side of the beach, up on the 3rd floor, Bungo's hanging out a window and just cast a lightning bolt down on the beach below. And then you just saw like flying squirrel style. You just saw Zephora leap off the roof and into a palm tree on the edge of that chase that's kind of like going on over by the other side of the tavern. What would you like to do? You're mute, by the way.
I'll just get the tender ready for when they get closer.
Okay. So you leap down in the tender, pull the oars in. I mean, you have to use all your might just to pull one ore like into the metal loop. Cinder, what are you doing?
How bad are you hurt?
Me?
Yes.
Pretty hurt. I'm pretty hurt. So yeah. He's
Okay,
coughing
I
up blood.
will. Can I attempt to cast Healing Word then?
Go for it. Yeah.
Let
A
me-
lawful good cleric in this crew.
I'm not a cleric, and I'm
I
not
know.
lawful good. I'll tell you that. I have a conscience, though. I'll say that. Okay, so I rolled a 17
For you.
cast.
Yep. That'll definitely go off. Go ahead and roll for healing.
3 plus 3. Okay. Plus my spell casting modifier. 12 points of healing.
12
Thank you.
points of healing. Nice.
Also, I can't remember. Do we have spell slots with this? Okay.
Nope, no
so
spell
that's
slots.
what I thought we talked about. I just want to make sure.
Yep.
What the fuck are we doing? Like, are we attacking? Did you guys come here to attack Morgan? Like, what is happening?
Now we're looking for a specific bell for our ship. It's a whole, it's like a ship without these magical things, and like, I don't know. I told the captain we didn't really need to do this, but he really wanted it, so now here we are, getting our asses kicked up.
Well, we can just get out, right? We're
We
just
can't
gonna,
just
we're
get
just gonna save each other, right? Let's just go.
You
They
know
can handle themselves.
You're right.
And just
You're
as
right.
you guys finish that conversation and you push the tender away from the dock, you hear this like crashing sound, and this like Frankenstein-looking flesh golem breaks through one of the walls and starts loping towards the palm tree that Zephora is up inside the palm tree.
That thing attacked the ship I was on. Is that following you? Do we need to handle it?
So, he's ours. Don't ask. I'll tell you later.
What the
Don't
fuck are you
ask.
guys into? Oh my god.
We're into a lot of crazy shit. Yeah, I know. It's
And the two of you are now like rowing the tender out towards the
I'm just
red
going.
tide.
my name's Slick, by the way, and that's Sleek, my little crab.
Hi, Sleek. You're cute. I'm
The little metal
Cinder.
crab like crawls up and just kind of like extrudes like oil and little electrical sparks.
Tina somewhere. I don't know where they went, but doesn't matter.
So, Mordain, you can now see the tender on the docks is kicked off and coming towards you. Your flesh golem is pivoted out of the tavern. It is now lumbering towards the area that you suppose Zephora might be, although it's getting harder to see where she is. Bungo, up above, looking down. What are you doing?
Sorry. First of all, Mordain, you need to teach the flesh monster to say, "Oh yeah." When you bust the wall. I'm looking down like three floors, and I'm like, not gonna do that. Okay, so I walk out, puff myself up, make myself look pompous, and I head out the back through the door towards the burning fire, and go, "Don't worry, fire marshal is here," and I use my wrath of the sea to put shit out as I'm walking through the tavern. Stand back.
It's
putting
like
it out.
as you're, and it's quite the scene because like as you're walking through the tavern to head out, towards the beach, you could see that the although you didn't know it was happening because you didn't see it, you're walking through and there's like people with missing arms. There's someone's been ripped in half and kind of like stuck like decoration onto the walls. There's people with like split open heads and broken jaws. It's just a chaos scene of like a huge fight that must have taken place down here. As you kind of make your way out the tavern and onto the gate. Yeah.
I'm gonna slow myself down, and if there are dead bodies, I'm gonna spare the dying on them as I'm walking by.
Okay. That's cantrip or a spell?
Cantrip.
Okay. Boom, boom, boom. We'll say you do that like 3 or 4 times as you're kind of walking through, putting out the flame and heading towards the door. As soon as you get to the door, you can see the golem, the flesh golem, is now, kind of like loping along the beach in the direction where you last saw Zephora. Zephora, you're now up in the palm tree, 30 feet up in the air. looking down the overhang of the palm tree, and you see a bunch of panicked-looking pirates begin to scramble into their boats. And the reason they're panicked is because you could see Mordane's flesh golem is now chasing them along the edge of the beach line. And the flesh golem was just covered in the remains of like people that must have gotten a fight with inside the tavern, because you can see the destroyed wall, you can see the path that it took, and you can see the pirates are now frantically loading themselves into the tender, and each has a single pirate that's like pushing the tenders out into the water. You're muted, by the way.
Okay. Excuse me. So I'm going to drop down into the tender that the captain's in.
Okay, give me acrobatics or athletics as you do that.
So I got 13.
So, Bungo,
I knew it was going to happen. I knew I'm going to take falling damage off this shit, but I don't care. I want to look cool. All right.
So hold on, Bungo.
Yeah.
From your vantage point, you can see Zephora tries to leap off the palm tree and land on the tender.
And I don't want to take. I want to take damage, but I still want to make it into the tender.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna add another D6 then, since you want to make it into the tender.
Okay.
That is going to be 8. What was that? 8 plus 9. That's 17 points of falling damage.
Okay.
And like your shoulder, your head, your neck all slam upside down into the tender. 3 pirates and the captain are looking at you. There's another tender 20 feet off to your right with 3 pirates in it, and then another tender off to your left with 3 pirates in it. And as you kind of you're kind of woozy and dazed from landing in the tender, you could see the Crimson Reaver ship is the sails are beginning to set off in the distance. There's other tenders that were coming forward, but all of a sudden they immediately turn around and start heading back towards the ship. And now you can see the flesh golem getting closer towards where you are.
Okay, I'm gonna tell the captain. I'm like laying in the bottom of the tender, looking up at him, probably, and I'll go, "You're not getting away that easy. We've got a deal."
Give me a persuasion check on that.
Okay. I got a nat 20. I can show it to you, man. But so it's a 29.
He's got his pistol aimed at you, but then he pulls it back and he jams it into his pistol or into his waistband, and then he puts his hand down into your hand, pulls you up onto the bench. All right, lads, let's get the fuck out of here. Let's row. And you watch as they start rowing, but the other tender is a little bit too slow. And there's Mordane's flesh golem, kind of like, so it's kind of like coming into the water. Sees you and it thinks you're in trouble. Mm-hmm. So it brings up both of its huge fists and slams down into the other tender. The pirates go just flying. They just go launching up into the air. The tender gets shredded. As it moves through that one, it's trying to get closer to you, but the tender's getting away until you lose track of the flesh golem as it kind of slowly goes below the surface of the water.
Okay.
And they're oaring and they're rowing and they're trying to get away and they're rowing. At that point, Slick, Cinder, and Mordane, the 3 of you are back on the deck of the Red Tide at this point. Cinder seeing the Red Tide for the first time. So Mordane, you watch as Slick pulls himself aboard. You watch as he helps this woman aboard as well. And the 3 of you are on the main deck, and you're watching as the flesh golem just destroyed one of the tenders. Bungo, Zephora is in one of those tenders that's now heading towards the Crimson Reaver.
Oh shit! What the? Wobble. Run. Or no, glide on my water.
Yeah.
Hey, Doc.
As you glide down towards the beach. Zephora is now about 100 feet off the shore. Zephora, you feel it as much as you see it. The bottom of the tender just explodes upward and outward. And these
I just have this little smile on my face because I kind of know what was going to happen.
This huge series of flesh golem arms and hands break up from underneath the tender, causing you and all the other pirates just kind of fleeing everywhere. You feel this heavy, fleshy arm grab onto you, and it looks down at you and goes, it starts to pet you, and then starts turning back towards the ship as it's taking you back to where Mordain is.
Okay.
Mordain, this is
Wait.
It's
Cindy,
amazing. Look at
your
it.
name, right?
You wanted control? I got control.
That thing is going to kill us
What
if
the
we
fuck are
don't
you talking
kill it
about?
first.
Yeah, that's
You
Mordain's.
can't control something like that.
That's Mordain's.
Don't talk about my son that way.
You're not there.
Your son's a
I know. I
monster,
know.
and it needs
Our
to be
son,
handled
yes.
before it
And
eats you.
And it's like a classic like video game ending where Bungo arrives on this swirl of foamy water, across the bay and then onto the deck of the ship. And then this beastly looking flesh golem pulls itself up over the edge and gently sets Zephora down on the ground, giving Zephora one last kind of pet on her head, and then looks at Mordain with a kind of like,
Everybody back away slowly.
I guess that thing can be effective.
It kind of looks over at Cinder and kind of takes the back of its hand and wipes at the corner of its mouth and, can I feed now, Father?
Fucking try it.
Hungry.
You didn't you feed while you were defending?
No, I was breaking and smashing.
Does he have clothes on, for God's sakes?
He has a pair of shorts on. That's about it.
All right.
We will find you.
Are they long enough?
I mean, they're like clam diggers. I mean, they go
Yes.
down to his
Okay.
knees. So, yeah.
I mean, we put it together so we would
Well, I mean,
know.
They did have several of those to work with. They could have like attached one to end, I suppose. But I don't remember them saying that. No, I'm just talking about maybe getting them some clothes to make them look like halfway normal from a distance.
I mean, is it worth it to make them? I mean, you could always like try to make them look halfway normal at some
A
point.
little
I guess.
mascara, some lipstick. Fine.
And can he float if he wants to?
Not really. He's kind of like a heavy weight of sorts. He's got no lungs is the problem. He doesn't breathe. So, when he gets in water, he simply sinks to the bottom and then walks along the bottom.
But if
The
I was
water.
to blow air, into his
The only
lungs and
reason
hold
why
it-
the only reason why you didn't drown Zephora is because Bungo cast water breathing. on
Yeah,
you.
I know.
So,
Well, I was going to ask, like, so if I blew up his lungs and held his mouth and nose shut, would he float?
no, but you probably see a lot of little bubbles come out of all the stitches.
Oh man, they did a shitty job. I freaking knew it.
When
All
I
right,
see his
fine.
first attack in my mind, I see that scene where they're tied to the couch in the thing, and he just
Oh,
grabs
yeah.
that one guy in his head and goes, ah! His feet flailing out of him. Ah!
We've got to get over to that ship. We need to stop that ship. More
See
Well,
we
that
got a ship- we got a
there's
ship with
pirates
guns.
frantically swimming towards it.
More
Tenders
damn-
are being
just
brought
stop
up.
that ship.
The sails. You're watching as the windlass is being used to bring up the chain of the anchor, and it's definitely in the process of departing. And they're a good. I would say they're a good 500 feet away from you.
We can, if you really want to get there, like we can teleport with because the thing is recharged by now.
Fuck, we could do that.
I mean, the wind is blowing. We probably could make it with just the wind, but like, you've got that choice.
We could ready the canyons, teleport over and
The
broadside.
canyons. The canyons.
What canyons?
The canyons.
Misty Canyons? She's not
Yes.
with us anymore. She
We
died
can,
in
we
the
can
last
make
game.
sure all because the can the crew fire the weapons yet?
No.
No, not till we get the.
No, you gotta get the
Gotta get
bell.
the
That's
bell.
the whole point
That's
of
what
getting
we're
the
doing.
bell.
We're
Yeah.
trying to
Well,
get-
we
Hey,
could.
I think we
could-
should make a rule: no drug use before games, Jason.
I did.
I don't
I
know.
did
That's
not.
gonna be pretty impossible for Bungo.
I did not. I did not.
I mean, after all, he is growing mushrooms down in the hold.
I did
Yeah,
not.
true.
That's true. No, I'm saying we could load the cannons, and how many cannons do we have on each side?
I think you have 4 on each
We only
side.
have 4 stinky old cannons that don't have anything in them. They're all
That have
suspect.
been that have
Meg,
been repaired by
Oh, that's
No,
right.
those
We
were,
repaired them.
I got the ones that I repaired, or that I meddled with.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I dropped the stat block for you guys in there too.
Yeah,
You
so we
did, I
got
have
4
some.
regular cannons, and then we've got those, like, what do you call them? Those
The
weird
brigadines.
brigadine
Manning
things. Yeah.
I'm saying we could have the 4 cannons loaded up and ready to fire it, and then broadside it with four of us, not the ghost crew. Just light them off. Just teleport. Boom! Do you give up?
They are effective at 200 feet. Actually, all of your cannons are these. Because your the buddy had fixed them and replaced them when you guys were in port.
Right.
I thought I got my
So
shit.
you have 4 on one side and 4 on the other side. They're currently 500 feet away, but you guys would have to make sail, draw an anchor, and everything to try to catch up to them. I would say they're slightly ahead. Like Slick, you're kind of bringing up your spyglass. You're like, okay. Give me a survival check, Slick, to see exactly how far ahead of you they might be.
Nope. Because I don't have the spyglass. That was Kunlun.
Oh, yeah, that was Kudlin. That's
I
right.
got a
Hold on.
4. So
let me
that's
roll for
not me.
Kunlun. Kulin's up in the crow's nest and he looks down at all of you on the main deck, and Kulin yells, "Hey, boss, Captain, there may be 5 to 10 minutes ahead of us, Captain." And he goes back to
Is Captain Morgan in the ship yet?
I would say he is just now being brought on board.
Is he
As-
in the water?
Not anymore. He's now being raised up onto the deck of the ship.
So he's like on the railing.
Correct.
Damn.
Why are we
Where's the
making
Gilded
this difficult?
Leviathan?
So
Why are we making this difficult? Let's teleport and shoot. Bungo's plan was pretty cool.
all right, let's do it.
You guys are gonna activate the flag.
What are you doing with my ship?
No, you guys are trying to get super. You're trying to like come up with all these like option A, option B, option C.
Oh no, no, I'm not doing
Bungo
that.
gave us a really good plan that makes sense. Why don't we go for it? I'm sorry, Cinder. This is just how this crew works. We get overwhelmed with options that we get we don't know what to do.
Cinder's just having firebolt ready for this golem thing. Like if it comes to 7 years, she's just ready to fucking bolt this thing.
Okay, Mordain.
Yeah,
Barbecue for
that-
dinner. That's what
that-
Cinder's thinking.
That
All right.
vibe checks. That
Thank-
definitely vibe checks.
Welcome back. Did you
Wait a
see
minute.
the
Okay,
friend I sent for you?
I'll ask
Slick,
who
is she
this
cool?
is in a minute. And I point to Cinder.
Slick, is she cool?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, she knows a lot of cool magic, and she healed me, and I can vouch for her.
Slick.
All right.
What, Captain?
Mordain, Bungo.
Yep.
You there.
You there.
You there back.
Oh, there.
Yes.
I'm Zephora. I'm the captain of the ship. I
I'm
guess you're part of the
Cinder.
crew now.
What the fuck's going
Um,
on my ship?
We're going to teleport right on top of them, and we're going to jump off the ship and attack. Now, Mordain, I want you to send our son to capture the captain, don't hurt him, and bring him back on board our ship.
Why don't we could just message him?
I
Oh
think
no, he's pissed me off now.
Gotcha. Well,
Are we broadsiding or are we boarding?
Boarding.
Darling, I think that sending him for no harm is a little too advanced for him right now.
Tell him he can feed on the other pirates. Okay, so I teleport the ship.
He watches Sephora, goes over to the main mast, looks up, and there's Kunlun. You kind of yell up at Kunlun, and he goes, "Okay, boss!" And he like leans over the crow's nest, and he pulls on the sail rope that's connected to the flag. And he watches
puts his
the
head
flag.
over. He's got crow poop on his face. Okay, Captain. I got some special abilities. Mm-hmm.
Slick is gonna push you over the edge.
I had to rub it in.
At that point, Cinder, it's pretty
Last time.
interesting.
I hate you.
You've never really experienced this before. While you're familiar with
Almost.
magic, you're proficient in magic. You watch as this bald-headed kind of mustache with a little kind of goatee. He kind of leans over and he activates a rope that's connected to this kind of beautiful-looking flag that's connected to the main mast. Suddenly, the entire ship is just glowing with deep arcane magic, and the whole ship just like kind of momentarily overwhelmed by the glow of magic, and then you feel the whole ship just kind of bounce in the water, and suddenly this ship is now right alongside the other ship.
Can I
And just-
arcana this ship or something? Like,
Yeah,
can I-
give me an Arcana check. Yeah.
Like, seriously, like, what is going the fuck on? I rolled a 22.
22, you're like, holy shit! This not only it kind of makes sense, and it's like as you're looking up and you realize that this ship just teleported 500 feet alongside the Crimson Reaver, you kind of like stagger back from that a little bit, and as you do, you see the figurehead on the front of the ship. It kind of turns towards you and kind of goes, "Oh, hello, dear. Be careful near the edge." And like the animated figurehead kind of waves at you, and you're like shaking your head. And then Kunlun looks over the edge, and all right, lads, we're next to it. And you watch as Kunlun grabs a rope and starts getting ready to swing across over to the other ship. However, everybody give me perception checks as you are now closer to the ship.
Ooh, dirty 20.
Ooh, 24.
25.
Oh, so
X.
21.
Bungo, I imagine everywhere you go and you try to look at things, there's just a stack of boxes in your way.
Yeah. No, I'm fucking around with one of the pounder cannons.
Oh, okay,
Because
gotcha.
I don't care. I want to shoot it.
Morday, what'd you get for your perception?
Yeah, 24.
24. So 24, 25, 21. Slick, did I get yours? What'd you get?
30, 20.
30, 20. As the ship lands, like right next door to it, there's a moment where there's two things you realize. The first thing you realize is that the other ship is a lot bigger than yours. There's at least two more level deck than your ship. You also notice a very busy crew scattering just as your ship lands alongside it. And as it lands alongside it, you guys look, there's at least 40 other crew members on the main deck of this other ship. You then watch as 24 gun whales all open on the side of the ship.
Thank God this is your fault.
Great job, Bungo.
And all the guns go off.
Oh, shit.
Like every cannon on the Crimson Reaver just goes off in the direction of your ship.
Where's the oof button?
The entire side of the Red Tide just lurches backwards from this massive cannonade that slams into the side of it. Meanwhile, the flesh golem crawls up onto the main deck, looks at you, Mordain. Feed? Feed.
I get this picture of Captain Morgan
Yes, baby, feed.
and me, but him.
I'm going to like this.
It starts to run. And it leaps over onto the other ship, and it lands. You literally watch as the Crimson Reaver, like, kind of settles into the water a few feet when he lands. Kind of like whenever the Hulk lands on something, it just kind of... He immediately just grabs someone, pops their head off, and throws their body into the water. Grabs someone else, tosses them in the water. You can hear all these pistol shots and rifle shots going off as well. So I'm trying to remember, how many hit points does the Red Tide have?
32,000 hit points is what you told me.
No.
And it's immune to bludgeoning damage. No, anyway, no, I was kidding. I had it written down somewhere. I was looking for my notes, but I know, and I think I even printed something out. But when I looked at my printout, the ship's not called that. It's called, the ship stats I had was called the Gilded Leviathan.
No, you want that's the old ship stat. That was Captain Sable's ship.
Okay.
In the pinned messages, I added a new one.
All right.
It's right underneath the Brigandine, the Brigand Pounder. I believe you guys have.
It's like 300.
Yeah, it's pretty high. It's pretty decent. Yeah, you have 300 hull hit points. You guys just took 100 points of damage from that broadside, so be sure to mark that down. But it was all above the waterline because it was just like, it was actually not a very good shot because it was like the captain used his ability blind shot, which allowed him to take the shot at disadvantage and order his crew to fire at disadvantage. So
I'm gonna activate the that mechanical thing that takes power from the ethereal realm to give us advantage on survival checks. Like I'm gonna quickly scurry over to that and click that up and be like, we can still take the first hit, but after that, I want to like run to that and hook it up or whatever.
Okay, love it.
I'm gonna cast locate object to see if the bell's on that ship.
That is a spell, is it not?
Yep.
Yeah, give me that spellcasting roll. That's a good one.
I need to re-roll it.
Because it failed.
Oh yeah.
And now you've used your free reroll. What's per day?
Yep, it's passed.
Okay. The bell is not on the ship.
They don't have the bell. It's not
Get the hell out of here!
It's too late for them now. I don't care if they do have it or not.
We're outgunned.
Everybody make deck saves as a series of rifle shots go off. Crack, crack, crack. These huge gunshots go off.
Is there like what?
Oh,
is
wait,
there a way to see
hey,
what the cannons are
remember,
made
we
of?
also have the Hero's Feast in Hero's Feast activated also.
Yes.
That's right, you do.
Yeah, but is that
just double check.
for deck saves? I thought that was just for.
Well, I'm gonna read what it is. I just gotta find the freaking thing.
13.
Too many notes.
It's in the show notes. Show notes.
Immune to poison, fear, wisdom saves have advantage. Poisons and diseases are cured. You boys get the problems to be happy about that.
Yeah,
You
I
get
gotta.
2d10 extra hit points, and it lasts for 24 hours.
So not what we need.
Cinder,
Well,
what were you
2d10
saying?
extra hit points when you get shot by a rifle.
I was saying, what are the cannons made out of?
As you're watching the cannons being retracted to be reloaded, only the top dozen are being retracted to be reloaded. The cannons themselves look to be made out of iron or metal.
Okay, can I cast Firebolt as one's getting retracted into it? Also, I got a 23 for my deck save, but can I cast Firebolt as it's
Absolutely
going into it to either A, heat melt that thing, or B, just fry whoever's on the other side?
Yeah, give it a try. Go ahead and give me an attack roll of Firebolt. You'll make your deck save. I need everyone else's deck saves as well. Mordain, what'd you get?
I got a 19.
19, you're good. You're dodging the gunshot. Slick? A 3. Slick take 8 points of piercing damage from gunshots across the deck. Bungo, what'd you get? You're on mute.
Ching.
Ching? I don't know what Ching is.
13 sounds
13.
Oh, 13?
1,
You'll
3.
take 8 points of piercing damage from the gunshots. Zafora, what'd you get for your deck save?
An 8.
8?
So I'll take 25 points or something. You said?
No, you'll take 8 points of piercing damage from the gunshots.
Why are you throwing out large numbers like that? I'll just take 50
67
points.
points,
It's
right?
fine.
Okay.
It's all good.
All right.
That's crazy. Explosions, right? It starts and stops.
Yeah, you're hearing random
Hey,
explosions and like random gunshots. Yeah.
I
We're
got
outnumbered.
I
Get the
got a
fuck outta here.
15.
You got a 15?
Yeah.
So you guys watch as Cinder's on the edge of the railing, while the flesh golem is on the other side of on the other ship, tossing pirates off the deck. And did you give him a command, Mordain, or is he just killing pirates at this point?
Get the captain, pretty much.
Okay, all right.
But feed too, because he's a healthy, grown flesh golem.
He's a growing boy.
And he
I'll
did
say
say,
at one point,
eat anybody
before-
but him.
Yeah, like at one
I
point,
heard
just
him.
before Cinder launches a firebolt down into one of the gunwales where the cannon's being retracted, you watch as he just kind of like rips the head off of a pirate and he holds it up and he kind of like vampire drinks it, and like splits up into its body. And it's strange because the blood kind of absorbs into the flesh golem's form. And you watch as he gets a little bit bigger. Not a lot, just like a little bit bigger. And then he kind of lumbers over to the hatch, the main hatch, and he rips the main hatch off, and he immediately jumps down into the lower hold as he's looking for the captain. Cinder, your firebolt goes off. I gave it a chance. I gave it a 10% chance of igniting a magazine of powder that's on that same deck, and I rolled a 5. So as your firebolt goes down into the gunwale, you watch as it goes right past a bunch of the pirate crew that were pulling the cannon back, but then they all turn and look and they panic as a bunch of metal buckets tip over, and these like cloth bags with skull and crossbones and explosive writing on them kind of spill out of the metal buckets, and immediately there's this massive explosion kind of rocks over onto your guys' ship, and you can now see above the waterline this like 20-foot diameter hole and like fire and flame leaking out of the side of the Crimson Reaver.
I just like brush my hands off, like, you're welcome.
Love it.
Girl?
Okay, they're distracted. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Run away! Run away!
So
If I do heat metal on the ship, does the entire ship catch
the
fire?
the
Yeah,
cannon
it's
ports,
limited
are they
to like
open?
a certain area. Sorry, go ahead,
Can't-
Zafora.
The cannon ports, are they open?
They are open, all 3 decks.
Yeah, I ran one down and they're cannon ports.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're cannon ports. All right, I'm gonna make my way under the ship through a cannon port.
Okay. Bungo, you're down on one of the brigandine cannons, so you want to take a shot?
Hell yeah. I'm gonna
Okay.
use the pounder.
Yeah. Let me pull up the stat block for that one.
I've got the brigade pounder right here, but I can't find the damn ship to save my ass. I can't find the ship stats.
Here, hold on.
But
Yeah.
it's let's see.
I will drop a file, a fresh file for you in the Discord, so you have it. Give me one sec. Because I pinned it.
It's in the pinned comments directly beneath the pounder or the
The
pounder
pound, the
canyon.
brigandine pounder. But I dropped the new one in there to make it easier for you to find.
Cool, man. I'm gonna print it right now. The Red Tide. That'll be down at the bottom of the ocean.
So for the roll a d20.
D20.
Yeah, roll a d20 for starters. You want to get an 8 or higher.
Nope.
What'd you get?
3 misfire.
3. It misfires, which means it jams. Now roll a. We got to keep it from exploding. Go ahead and roll another d20 for me, if you would, please.
God.
16.
16. You're good. It misfires. It's jammed. While it doesn't explode on you, it does not, unfortunately, take the shot either. You want to move over and try another one? You got 4 to choose from.
Yeah.
First one misfired. You quickly kind of waddle over to the next one and pull the lanyard since it's already preloaded. Go ahead.
14.
14 goes off. Go ahead and it takes 3d6 bludgeoning and 3d6 fire damage when it hits.
Yes. Wasn't there a different one for anti-personnel?
I think that was
That one's area effect, the regular 8-pounder.
right. I've already rolled for the crew down in the below deck. You're thinking of some of the ammo on the Leviathan, I think, or alternate ammo that might be available on the Red Tide. Hold on, let me see.
Yeah, I thought I saw something that was modified as anti-person. Oh, no, this is it. Never mind.
Yeah, no, that's the correct one on the Brigandine. Yeah.
Yeah, 20-foot sphere, centered on a point with 200 feet, DC 14 saving throw.
Yep.
Target takes 10 or 3d6 bludgeoning.
Yep.
And 3d6 fire. So
Yep.
what do you want?
Roll them both.
Okay.
The fire damage and bludgeoning damage will automatically be taken by the ship.
7 bludgeoning.
Okay.
Are you the first mate?
13 fire.
13 fire.
No, I'm showing initiative, Captain.
No, I'm just asking you, the first mate.
No, I am the quartermaster.
Oh, quartermaster.
Yeah, who's first mate? Is that Mordain?
Yep.
Yep, that's right. So with that in mind, Bungo, you can now go to the other 2 and pull each one of those as well. So make 2 more shots.
To fail. Natural 20.
Nice. That's crit. Max the die and roll them again.
So that's
It's automatically 18 bludgeoning and 18 fire.
18 fire. What? Wait, and ignore that one. Bludgeoning, another 8.
Okay.
Fire, another 11.
Okay.
There's more powder in that one than there was screws and bolts.
Yeah, take your final shot with the 4th one.
Should I? What do you say, guys? Should I? Yeah? Okay.
We're not there.
Nope. Negatory.
So it jams. Roll another d20. See if it blows up in your face.
Natural 1.
Natural 1. Give me a deck save, Bungo, if you would, please.
Not likely, but yeah. Oops. 8.
Take 11 points of bludgeoning damage as the cannon misfires and the barrel explodes right alongside you. All of you hear below decks. Explosion from below decks. Zephora,
my eye!
You make it across to the other side. Mordain, you can see the flesh golem coming out of the main hold, carrying an unconscious form over his shoulder. Slick, anything else you want to do while all this chaos is unfolding around you?
Yeah, I'm gonna go up to the.
God fucking damn it!
Go up to the wheel and like try to turn us around.
Okay, you start kind of like heaving over on the wheel. Coonan, good idea, Slick. I'll help you. And the 2 of you are now like spinning the wheel to kind of get it to heel over and away from the Crimson Reaver. Just in time for you to watch Mordain's flesh golem leap across after taking just round after round of gunshot, Sephora, you make it over into the lower decks of the other ship. So you're in amidships, and everything is on fire. There's screaming, yelling, and chaos all around you. What are you doing, Sephora?
I'm going to use stealth to maneuver my way like through the screaming people and that kind of thing, and find the ship's captain's cabin.
Okay. It's actually easy for you to find the ship's cabin. Go ahead and give me a stealth check. And you can have an advantage because of all the noise and chaos as well.
Okay. So 21.
21. Everybody on the main deck, I need another round of deck saves to avoid gunshots, but Slick and Kunlin are trying to steer the ship away from the firing.
That is 4.
4. That's going to be 8 points of piercing damage to you, Mordain.
10.
Cinder, what'd you get?
16.
DC is a 15 or higher, so you're good. Slick, what'd you get?
10.
That's 8 points of piercing damage to Slick. Bungo, what'd you get?
5.
8 points of piercing damage to Bungo as well.
So
Sephora,
we had the explosion on our ship, right?
yeah, there's
Can I
smoke.
just make sure we're not taking on water?
Cinder, you head down. Give me investigation as you examine the damage, and you see Bungo. And Bungo, what do you look like? You see Cinder come down into the lower deck where the gun had kind of exploded around you.
I look like Mary after Gandalf grabbed his ear in the tent after they set off the firework.
Luck, what'd you get? For
I don't
your
know what. First off, I don't know what that means. I'm assuming okay.
Stunned, sooty face, frizzed, smoking hair.
Okay, cool. That's okay in my books. I rolled a 15.
15. The gun whales are above the waterline. The explosion mostly damaged the immediate 20-foot area of the gun. So currently you're not taking on water. Zephora, you watch as the flesh golem has a hold of the captain and has already leapt aboard back onto your ship. So you saw where the golem came from. So as you sneak through the crowds, you end up in the middle corridor of the ship, and you're now standing in the entrance of the captain's quarters.
Okay, I'll go in.
Okay.
I'll look quickly around to see if I see like the captain's chest, la-da-da-da-da. Anything of importance.
Yeah, since you said quickly, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay. That's better. So 17.
17. Looking around, two things catch your eye. The first thing you see is a lockbox, a metal lockbox that's medium in size with a heavy lock on it. Definitely got to be something of value in there. The second thing that you see is hanging on a large portion of the wall in the captain's quarters. You can see a map, very large map with just lots of different locations, including the entire coastal region of western Tal'Dorei. There must be at least 50 or 60 islands listed all over this map. There's little metal pins with colored cloth on it that are kind of like tagged in the map. There's also a captain's book open on the nearby table. You get the feeling that this is what Captain Morgan's been using to keep track of all of his different passages.
All right, I'll take both of those.
Okay.
If it's in a frame or something, I'll just cut it out of the frame and roll it up.
You roll it up.
I'll try to keep the pins in it, because I want to see what he was doing, and
Give
see
me
if I can
sleight of
match it
hand
up
on
to
that one. Yeah, give me sleight of hand on that one.
Okay.
Since you are being a little bit cautious.
18 plus whatever my plus is.
You got to beat that 20.
19, 20, so it'll be 25.
Yeah, okay. So as you quickly and deftly carve it out, you roll it up, you grab the logbook, you grab the metal lockbox as well. Or where are you heading off to?
I'm gonna go back down and out one of the gun ports and back into our ship.
Okay.
One
By
more
the
of the
time
open
you get
gun ports.
down back below, you make it. You have to like go towards the rear of the vessel to get over and onto your vessel. Give me
Okay.
acrobatics or athletics to make the jump as the red tide is now turning away.
Let me see what is it at my acrobatics? I rolled a
Either
6.
or,
but-
either acrobatics or athletics.
6,
It's a DC 10
plus-
to make the jump.
Oh, okay, good. So +7. So yeah, so 12, 13. That's like
13.
I blow it at the last second,
No, you already successfully came across, so you're familiar with the effort. So you're able to leap over and you grab onto the last gunwale of your ship, pull yourself up, over, and in. Bungo, since you and Cinder are down below on that secondary deck, you watch as Zephora tumbles through the gunwale and back on board the ship. You guys feel the red tide begin to kind of like catch up and like gain the wind gauge as it turns to pick up speed with the wind. Before long, all of you guys realize that the Crimson River is having trouble. It's on fire. Lots of corpses floating in the water. It's got a 20-foot around hole in its side. And it's slightly at adrift as kind of chaos is kind of broken out on the ship. It's like you and Kunlun are up on the navigational deck. Kunlun just goes, "Don't worry, Slick. I'll take over now." And kind of like takes the wheel from you and starts, steering the ship, keeping it steady and away. You guys watch as the Crimson Reaver drifts off into the distance. It is nighttime. It's pretty late at night. You guys are now at least a mile away from both the island, the Crimson Reaver, leaving all that chaos behind you. You have Captain Morgan chained and now captured. The flesh golem has eaten its fill of pirates. What would you guys like to do next? Somehow you still succeeded. I don't know how this works, but
I'm gonna spend some time mending the ship
okay.
to get the ship back up.
Okay. So you're gonna give me a tinkering check as you begin to try to assess the damage that the ship has taken.
Yeah, Bungo, I don't think you're the quartermaster.
No, he's a cook.
He's the cook.
I'm the quartermaster.
But I'm the
Because I was the guy. I made the person who knew how to handle tools the guy who repairs the ship. Because
I'm
Well,
the Burgazine or whatever. The
an
Quartermaster.
advantage on the DC checks and stuff to
That
repair
would be
the
the
ship.
bosun. That'd be the bosun. not
Yeah,
me.
Slick is the bosun.
Okay.
I'm the quartermaster's in charge of gear.
And
Bosun's
food.
in charge of the ship and security.
Yep.
Or just
Well,
the ship.
I'm not going by real things. I'm going by what this D&D creep wrote on here about who does what and what advantages they get. Not you, Jason. I'm sure whoever wrote this. I write my own material. It's me. Okay.
But you guys are safely at sea. What'd you get for your tinkering check, Slick?
Well, I got a 10, but I want to use that in conjunction with mending spell as well. So I don't know if that gives me any bonuses.
You could have advantage then on the roll. That makes sense.
Okay. So that'd be a 10.
10. The sails have taken damage from the gunshots. They'll need mending. Quite a bit of damage was taken on the starboard side of the ship from the near point blank shot from the Crimson Reaver. By the time you're done assessing all the damage, you're looking at least 3 to 5 days of repair. But most of that repair can happen at sea. You have the equipment and the necessary spare parts to do the work. It'll take about 3 to 5 days to do.
I'll get started on it.
Okay. Skrilla will help you to shorten the timeline on that. Other than that, what would you guys like to do next?
I would like to investigate this ship I have found myself on.
Yeah,
Like,
Cinder.
look around the different rooms and everything.
Yeah, give me an investigation check as Slick runs by you to go do repairs. Bungo runs by you. I gotta check my mushrooms. Kind of leaves down to go check his garden. Mordain is assessing the damage to his flesh golem. You can hear Zephora barking orders at Kunlun to steer the ship. What'd you get for your investigation?
16.
16. There's definitely something odd about this ship. With your nature towards magic, more importantly, arcane magic, this ship is infused with a kind of necromantic magic. You're finding signs and things that tell you, part of you tells you this ship is probably cursed, is the vibe that you're getting. The strange magical behavior of the ship, the extremely bizarre nature of its crew. This ship, give me a history check since you now know the name and that you're on the Red Tide.
21.
Ooh, that's a really good history check.
Thank you.
Through your wanderings in the lower decks, every now and then you're finding graffiti carved into either the wooden posts or the inner deck works. This ship used to belong to a notorious pirate captain that went by the name Blackmane. The only information you remember from the story about this Blackmane is mostly from your travels at different taverns and the kind of listening in on the gossip and talk of the locals as you've been trying to track down Captain Sable and continue to look for this wand that you're trying to find. It's been said that Captain Blackmane went down with the ship. The ship was destroyed. The crew was lost. There's plenty of signs as you wander the ship that there are repairs that have yet not been made. You're finding areas of the ship that seem surprisingly abandoned, as if it's part of the ship that no one ever bothers with. You also notice occasionally strange things happen. Like you walk through a hold where boxes are scattered everywhere, but on your way back, all the boxes are neatly stacked and kind of positioned as if someone stacked them, but there was no one there. You walk by another room that was kind of all looking all ramshackled and in disuse because of the explosion that the ship took. But as you walk by it to head back towards the main hold, you notice it's all clean. It's all all the canvas has been folded and stacked. All the damaged debris has been put into wooden barrels. All the crates that were toppled over have all been neatly stacked. But for a fact there was no crew in there, because the crew, as far as you can tell, is Zephora, Bungo, Slick, Mordain, and Kunlun. This ship could easily have a crew of up to 40 or 50 people.
Do I know, based on that history check, if Blackmane's body was ever found?
Blackmane's body was never found. That much you would know. Yeah, it's part of the mystique of who he once was.
So I know you said I got that it's a necromantic.
Like the school of necromancy. Definitely that vibe picks up.
Would I know if I casted detect magic, if I could sort out there's any others and kind of find where that might be coming from? Like a source?
Yeah, detect magic as a ritual cast or as an insta cast?
For me, it would be ritual.
Then you do not need to make a spell casting roll. And we'll say that you cast it during your walk on the lower decks. The entire ship gives off a sense of divination magic and necromancy magic at the same time. There's no single point of origin. It's almost like, walking through a campsite and the smoke is just everywhere, like just this light gray smoke is everywhere. That's kind of like the detect magic vibe that you're kind of getting as you're walking through this ship. The one thing you do notice with this detect magic, you do notice like an absence of a connection with the ship. There's this feeling like this ship needs something, and that's when your mind remembers that Slick was saying something about a bell that they were looking for. You get the feeling that this crew is trying to recover missing items of the ship, bringing them back, because you also have a memory of the figurehead of the ship, like animated, waving at you and kind of winking at you and talking to you, since the figurehead showed some magic as well. Which both kind of like, it definitely intrigues you. This is a magic vessel. Whatever magic they have or wherever they're finding their magic, not to mention they seem to have managed to craft a flesh golem that seems to be at Mordane's bidding. They seem to either be imbued with a great deal of luck, or somehow they've stumbled across one of the most magical things that have been known in recent history.
One, I'm never going near that flesh golem. Like, I'm steering clear of it. That thing.
Well,
Big no. I guess I would just keep investigating to see if there's anything else that seems absent, or if I could find any like arcane runes or writing about this ship. Like, I would just keep like kind of just investigating more of the ship in different rooms.
Gotcha. While you keep investigating, what are the rest of you doing? You're on mute there, Zephora.
I'm gonna start interrogating the captain, Morgan. Maybe if Mordane could be of assistance with our son, it would really help out a lot.
Oh, yes.
Mordane, would you like to accompany me to talk to the captain?
Well, the funny part is like Mordane's like busy with the flesh golem. He's like filling in the bullet holes with like wax and stitching just to, aesthetically do repairs to the flesh golem. The two of you kind of walk down the long corridor towards the brig. And the brig on this ship is just 3 cages side by side, kind of in the cargo hold. There is a very sickly and very weak and very upset looking Captain Morgan in one of the brigs, but he is conscious.
Is he stripped?
No, he's got all of his gear, just not his weapons.
Oh, okay.
I am
Mordaine,
I am not going to dig further into that question.
Could you send our son in there to rip all his clothes off? I don't want anything to catch on fire when whatever happens to him. Don't want him to catch fire too quickly. Or, anything in there that could sop up blood or bile.
Captain Morgan is listening to you say this to Mordane, and first time Captain Morgan's seen Mordane. Mordane's kind of a creepy looking dude as well. Captain Morgan quickly gets to his feet and grabs onto the bars and goes, "You don't need to do that. What do you need to know? Clearly, you beat me at whatever this game is. I told you, I don't have the bell. It's been placed somewhere safe. I can take you to it, but that would require you leaving me alive and leaving me undisturbed as well." You hear the heavy footsteps of the arrival of the flesh golem. Captain Morgan's eyes get really big. "I can assure you, Keep that thing away from me, and I will take you to your blocky fucking bell.
Did I just hear a pig shit? Was that something coming out of your mouth? Take off your clothes then, or they'll be removed for you.
He starts. He takes off his shirt and takes off his boots and takes everything off but his breech pants. He leaves those on.
So no rings, no nothing.
No
jewelry?
rings,
Okay.
no. I mean, he's covered in tattoos. I mean, from his neckline down to his waist, down to his wrist. I mean, just covered in tattoos. You can see tattoos on his calves. He's got really like gruesome scars on his face. His hair's pulled back now as he puts a fresh cut of like tie of cloth onto his hair. Give me investigation, Zephora, as you and Mordain rifle through his clothing for anything interesting.
Investigation. I got a 13.
13. Mordain, you want to take a roll as well for investigation?
It sucked.
And Jason, out of curiosity, were any of our characters there that we saw?
No, they are on a different ship currently.
19.
19. Mordain, you can see how Zephora would have missed it. But you do recover, 2 golden rings, a silver bracelet, the necklace that he was wearing around his neck at the time. One of the rings appears to be magical. The necklace definitely appears to be magical, but stitched into the fold of his shirt, like in the inside lining of his shirt, is a thin metal blade along with a small silver key and a thin, tiny little compass as well. You also took. He didn't have his pistol and cutlass on him at the time when the golem took him prisoner. So those 2 things you do not have. You do know, Zephora, based on what happened to Bungo, the necklace is a necklace of detect magic. That much you do realize.
That's a necklace of at least detect magic. So just find out what the rest of that stuff is. Here, take this, and I hand you a map, and I hand you a box, and I hand you a logbook.
You're handing all that over to Mordain?
Yes, give that to the navigator. See what he can make heads or tails of it. Find out if he's made any entries about where this thing is and who he sold it to or where it's at now. If you find out, let me know. Please.
Yes.
Mordain.
Mordain, do you
I'm
leave
counting
the flesh?
on you.
Mordain, do you leave the flesh golem down here with Zephora, or do you have it follow you up towards the main deck where Kunlun is?
I leave it to help Zephora.
Okay. So you give it which command word? Protect?
I give it guard.
Guard. Okay. With that, you watch the flesh golem kind of like position itself off to the side. Mordain takes all the things that you gave him to him, include all the other items upstairs, looking for Kunlun.
Okay.
Bungo, Slick, or Cinder? Anything you guys want to do before we take this long rest that's coming up? Slick is still making repairs.
Just making repairs, yeah.
Slick, give me a fresh tinker check for that effort.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, you did so well with you and Skrilo doing work together that you lowered the expectation of time. Instead of 3 to 5 days, it's now 2 to 4 days instead of repair work.
Cool.
Bungo, anything you want to do before the long rest?
Yeah. Did I see Mordain patching up the monster?
Yeah, at some point you would have seen him doing work to it. Yeah.
Okay. The sentient mushroom. How big is it?
I mean, it's roughly 16 inches tall now. Still no mouth. and still no nose, just beady little eyes, little kind of sprig-like arms, and little kind of sprig-like legs.
Would it harm it greatly if I took little bits of it?
I don't know. You could always try. You want to make either an insight check or a nature check to
Nature check.
Okay.
15.
I mean, as far as you can tell, that it's a creature of organic matter. It would probably just heal itself or grow back.
Okay, I'll take a very small bit of it.
As you
Just-
take
or-
that
or if
little,
there's-
as you take a small bit of it, psychically you hear a scream of pain and absolute abject anger, but no one else hears it, just you.
Okay, I think I'm sorry. I won't do it again. Sorry.
Because remember, it doesn't have a
No,
mouth, so it can't be auditory. It's a psychic creature, basically.
Yeah, no, I think
telepathic.
towards it. I think
Okay.
towards it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I won't do that again. I'm so sorry. And I'll take what I did manage to take and mix it up with like healing herbs to make an ointment to make some corpse spackle to go into
Okay.
the monster.
Okay.
And then cook dinner for everybody.
What do we use for your? It's been a while for your checks for cooking.
It was nature, wisdom, and con, I think.
It's wisdom for assembling the ingredients and con for your
Reasoning.
concentration on making the recipe.
Got it. Okay. Okay, wisdom's not good. 7.
Okay.
But con is 18.
18. You inadvertently use some not good ingredients. You take a taste of what you're making. You have the poison condition for the next 24 hours.
Did me having Heroes Feast negate that?
Oh yeah. Ooh.
Yes, I would say like you taste it and it tastes like poison. And then suddenly, like that imbued magic of the Hero's Feast kind of overwhelms that feeling. You definitely made slop. It's not very good. And if anyone eats it, they're probably not
No.
going to feel good either.
It goes overboard.
Okay.
And I will
Cinder.
try again.
Yeah. Cinder. Where would you and what would you like to do? I mean, at this point, they know who you are. They seem to have accepted you. They don't have traditional cabin space here. There's a part in the mid decks where there's hammocks hanging. There's at least a dozen hammocks hanging around. Probably the only one that has an isolated place to sleep is the captain, because there is a traditional captain's quarters up on the main deck. But you could see like Slick bounces between his workbench down below and his hammock area. You can see where Mordane's hammock area is, where like everybody, it's kind of like college where everyone has all their shit cluttered, around their hammock with a little foot locker and their stuff. And you get the feeling that they would just expect you to stake your own claim and stay wherever you want to stay.
I would have done that. Was there like a library or like a ship's library?
This does not feel like a place of academia. Maybe the captain's quarters might have something.
I mean, I would ask Sephora if they like found anything of Black Mains that I could read, possibly, just out of curiosity about the ship.
So you're gonna come and go find me?
Yeah, I would go find you and see and be like, do you know if Blackbean left like a log or a journal? Anything just about this ship. It's just the magic here is just interesting.
So you look in, and now she's inside a cage. Okay, there a flesh golem is laying down, right, and she's sitting, and the captain's sitting on him, and then she's sitting on the captain's lap having a discussion. because I told him that, if he doesn't tell me what's up, he's going to start pulling fingers out of his sockets. So that's what you see. So what?
I give
did
the flesh golem a
anything?
right berth, but I really don't like blink at the rest of it. I just don't.
No,
go
we're not
there.
doing anything untoward. It's just, we're all-
Just
we're all
typical
celebrating.
torture, like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I don't blink.
the
towards
beginnings of
that.
torture.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Okay, now,
I just don't go. I just don't go near the flesh
Cinder has a
golem.
healthy respect for the flesh golem. Let's put
So
it
you
that way.
pop
Cinder
in.
wants to kill the flesh golem. Let's be real.
So a Harry Potter-like girl pops in
Yep.
and
Yeah.
just starts asking me questions.
Yeah, about Captain Blackbane and the ship.
Who are you?
I'm Cinder. I helped, us escape. I took out, the guns and like a floor. I healed Slick to make sure they made it back okay.
Yes, the question was, who are you?
I could just go see if I can find it.
No,
myself.
you're here already. Right, my son?
It's so fucking weird.
Please do tell me. Now, you told me of your adventures, but who are you?
I'm Cinder. That's me.
Are you toying with me? I don't like to be toyed with. What is your profession?
I am a seeker of magic.
A seeker of magic. She's just
Yeah.
looking at you like, where would be the best place to put a dagger in you to kill you?
Cinder's looking.
and she-
Cinder is also looking to be like, would magic missile, ice bolt,
Right.
or
No.
firebolt?
She has this unblinking predator stare, like
Well,
she's
to
a
be
female Ted Bundy.
Yeah, no, I
yeah,
gotcha.
yeah.
I'm matching your stare. I'm just like, I'm not trying to
Mm.
tread on your territory. I'm just curious about the magic of this ship, and I want to learn about it. That's all.
Oh, okay. Yes, learn about it. But I need to learn about you first. What are you doing on the ship? Are you a spy? Who sent you?
Now the paranoia kicks in.
No one sent me. I ran away because apparently you messed with the orc that was guarding his, and I point to Morgan, room. That's all. I was just an innocent bystander. And if anything, I just helped out your crew.
Very well. Well,
I am not a spy, I can promise you that.
we all have things from the captain, and I'm pretty sure, well, it's a cursed ship, so do the math.
This
We're
is
probably
fair.
all cursed. But you came aboard of your own free will? Well, you might be cursed now, too. So
I
get
was
to know
not-
the crew. We might be together forever.
I was cursed way before I stepped on board this ship. It doesn't scare me.
Oh. Ooh.
Spicy.
You might want to talk to Mordain. You
might.
might be right up his alley.
Hmm.
He's also a user of magic.
Is he now?
Yes.
I can talk to him. Maybe he'll know more about the magic of the ship.
Yes.
I figured as the captain, you're the most knowledgeable.
I am, but I don't like to talk to people. Meat sacks kind of bore me a little bit.
I can respect that.
But Mordain, he's the best. He'll talk your ear off if you let him. Very
see.
affable for someone with such a dark heart.
Good to know. I'll leave you to this, and I'll just go. Yeah.
It just screams and
Okay.
chaotic noises behind you as you make your way back up towards the upper deck, with Mordain going through the information that was recovered from Zephora trying to squeeze out more information from Captain Morgan, Bungo attempting to make dinner and not doing very good at it. Slick, however, and Skrilo are doing a great job of doing some repairs and other things to the ship. And with that in mind, go ahead and trigger off a long rest. We're going to finish there, and we'll come back here next Monday and see what discoveries we can find. Hey, everybody, thank you so much for watching. You guys go ahead and linger. We'll talk about the schedule. As always, be safe, be kind. Don't forget, play game, everybody. We will see you next week.